Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Devious Dungeon, and the key was provided by developer. Two problems with this game right from the start, but generally it's pretty good, and I will show you a sort of a run, at least a part of the run. Should be quite okay, just to show you a fraction of the game. It's rather grindy, so well, you just have to do a lot of runs anyway. The two problems. Controls, they are horrible, and they are lacking even mapped buttons at this point. Some buttons are not mapped, so it's pushing usage of controller on you. I hope it's gonna get fixed. It's supposed to get fixed. I hope it will be. I would like to use mouse and keyboard. You have to use mostly keyboard, but you also use mouse, and it's very unintuitive. It's quite horrible. You will see probably me struggling with controls when we will start playing. And the other problem is the graphics. Well, it's again pixel art with big pixels, horrible font, and it's just ugly to look at. If you have to go for pixel art, then please at least go for pixel art that is pretty. There is something like Graveyard Keeper or Craft the World or anything close to it. If you make those enormous pixels, those retro games with just hard to read font and everything is well hard to well see what is what. You know, sword usually doesn't look like a sword, goblin doesn't look like a goblin, everything is sort of a pixelated blob of something. And yes, because I played so many games, I can usually guess what's what and how it's going to work, but it's usually very unclear, and it's just annoying. I'm really tired with this pixel art theme and the fact that it's kinda used everywhere, and well, people just use it over and over again, and I really don't like it. So graphically, it's this kinda crappier version of pixel art, the one that I really don't like. Well, I've seen worse, but I've also seen better. And the controls, right? So let's try to play. First, let's check this. Okay, so here works the mouse, and we can go very low on yes, on sound and no music. That's okay. Right. So now I can just, can I click? No, I can't click. So I can click here. I cannot click here. So I'm supposed to press S. Okay. Now can I use a mouse? Yeah, I'm just getting crazy when I see this YD and all that stuff. Let's just, what is the mode? XA to change mode. What modes do we have? Modes. XA. What modes? Oh, this is hard mode. I get it. So I could play on hard. I don't know why I would play on hard. That is what? How do I play it? Is it S? Yes, it's S. I have to guess it's S because it's not. Yeah, so as you can see, the character is barely visible. Like it's, I guess it's a guy with a helmet, but it's hard to say who is who. Like, yeah, it's this sort of pixel art that's like low resolution, and it's rather painful to watch. Okay, so A is attack. We just have one attack. S is jumping, and D opens map, but D doesn't close map. To close map, you have to use tab. Yeah. And you can also, I guess, click on this. Yes, you can use a mouse now, but you can use mouse to fight. You have to use arrows and AS. The D is close, but I don't know why I would be constantly pressing D and tab in the middle of level. Right. So this is the shop. You basically get straightforward upgrades. So now I need 450 to get a new weapon, which is slower. I need 300 for the new armor, and then I would have more, I think it's HP, and so on. So we just unlock more and more. I'm not sure how we even scroll it. Yeah, you can't scroll with mouse, I guess. Here you can click with mouse, but you cannot scroll with mouse. Not sure how potions work. You can get them, but I'm not sure if they are permanent or if they are just per run. So this is confusing. You have also rings and amulets. So 4 pieces of gear that will upgrade your character. If you get enough from the run, you can buy something. This is the stats. So you have strength, which is damage, stamina, which is HP, and dexterity, which is crit chance. Then we have hit points. They grow because I was putting points into stamina, so they are quite high. Damage is whatever it is, of course, plus the weapons I already have. Critical chances probably because of dexterity. And here is roughly what I have done so far. So we can also check quests here. Usually you have 3 quests, and to do them you need to go further and further into the dungeons. So you have to find specific enemies and kill them. Right, so let's go now into next run, which is this. We press S, and now let's see if they check. Yes, they actually made it. Right, so now it's fixed. Awesome, I'm so happy. Because I wasn't able to even go to next group of levels, because instead of Q and E it was only left button on controller, right button on controller, right? So now it's at least using a keyboard. I'm not sure if it's using mouse. It should be, but it's not. Yes, there should be an arrow here, somewhere here, and I should be able to use a mouse. Not even sure if you see my mouse, but I guess you do. So let's go from level 10. First group of levels. Actually, we probably play it because I kind of like this game. Right, it's too loud. It's still too loud, guys. It's still too loud. I would have to kill the sound because this would be stuff like this all the time. Yes, that would be quite bad. Can we use options here? Now I'm using mouse again. Right, I'm gonna go completely down the sound. Should be a slider. Okay, so you jump around, you try to find the portal and the key. Basically, you need portal and the key always. First the key, then the portal. So I'm just going to go anywhere, try to get some money, basically get an upgrade. If we die, we died, it doesn't matter. There's a steady progression, we get money every run, even if it's a bad run. We're getting closer to our new upgrade. And we also get experience, which allows us to get higher levels, and we can just keep going like this. I'm not sure if I shouldn't start putting points into damage. I was putting points into HP before, but someone said that there is no level cap, so that would mean that we could first grind our damage to the point of killing everything in one shot, and then we could move towards being almost unkillable due to high HP. That would make sense. But I think I should first get all the upgrades, right? I could first just upgrade damage with weapons that I can unlock and be rather tanky. I like being tanky because of course I'm clumsy. So I just prefer to go like this, rather crudely, killing everything and taking damage. I must say that this is very responsive. However, don't think it's something like Sword and Sanctuary, because you just have literally one attack and jumping. So it's a sort of roguelite. This is a roguelite because we keep a lot of progress, right? We keep tons of progress actually in this game. Of course, normally you can go slowly and try to be more careful, but in this case, I'm just showing you the gameplay roughly. So of course I just take damage. Doesn't matter really, I make money anyway all the time. It would be nice to have some sort of perks so that you can, let's say, get money faster, or any other thing. Any other element of depth would be nice in this game, because that's what it's lacking. Let me just check the recording if it's correctly, because this is this weird sort of game that pauses when you don't use the window on its own. Of course, the engine use is quite crude, but it's very playable, I must say. If you like grinding, and if you like this sort of platforming combat, it's not just platforming, it actually has stats and weapons. Of course, it's nothing like 2D Souls games, because those are much more complex, but it's also not just like Mario Bros. When you jump and have to avoid everything and you die on one shot. You can actually take damage in this, so this is much better because you can grind to the comfort zone, which is very important for me. I very much like it in games where you can just play on easy or normal and keep grinding until you feel like secure with the game, like you get enough DPS, enough HP to survive the game. You don't have to perfectly do it, you don't have to avoid every obstacle, you can just go YOLO and still progress, which is good because then the game is available to everybody. You can try to speedrun it on fresh level, right? With crappy damage if you want to. You can play on hard, but you can also play it like this. Just make it as easy as possible. Keep grinding, get strong weapons, play on easy, get more HP if you feel like you need it, and then the game is much more pleasant, in my opinion. I don't really play games because they are hard. I play them if they are interesting and if they are sort of offering me some nice mechanics and basically some sort of content, not just for them to be hard. This is not something I would be considering a good thing. Yeah, I have to probably just jump into this. Maybe we'll be able to heal. Yes, we could, but it's much more important that we get the upgrade. The upgrade is very important. Let's try to upgrade the weapon, because I will need another weapon anyway. Yes, so you can buy it. Elven sword would be better, just the same but stronger. Okay, so let's try to do the boss. We made it to the boss. I will probably, oh, I can't, yes, I can heal, which is stupid because I will probably just waste the money. The boss is quite hard. It's just the first boss. I'm gonna show it to you. I will go like this, and let's try to attack with all I can. Of course, no, you would have to avoid him. So I'm gonna fail. Yeah, you have to really avoid him a lot. I can't go YOLO with what I have, but I did 2/3 of the boss's HP bar. So this is probably doable like this if you would grind a lot. I was able to once kill him with a lot of avoiding. Yes, this is a very nice idea that they added this Q and E, so now the game is fully operational on keyboard. I would still prefer if it could use mouse everywhere, especially for combat like Dead Cells, but it's a big improvement. Let's just play this level, and when I fail I will finish. We'll just go through the second group of levels, see some more enemies, and that would be it. So now I'm generally speaking grinding. I don't want to even heal, even if I could. I'm just going for as much loot as possible. There's also secret rooms, so you can get more money sometimes. I think it's all procedural generated. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it is the case. So this is at least how it feels. Not sure if this is the case, but probably. I think I had to kill those guys for quest. Yes, this is only 1 damage, so this is not bad if you have a lot of stamina. I could also try to grind probably, right? Because I could get a level probably eventually. This is undoable because he's way too hard. Okay, let's do it once more, or maybe 2 more times. I want to try again and basically slowly but steadily work towards progression. So if this is too hard for you, you just keep going. You can play previous levels, you can play this level constantly. I don't know why it's level 14. Yeah, it is level 14. I think it's okay. I don't know why it's not on the Winterland. Yeah, this is not much money, but we're always progressing. Even 1 gold piece at a time, it's always closer to what we can get. Also, we are slowly going towards the quest probably, because we eventually will kill the proper enemy, and this will give us more money. So the only thing I can tell you about how to approach this game, not necessarily heal every time, because you will lose 50 gold, and sometimes you will know that you will lose anyway if you are already well, if you are not able to kill the boss, there's pretty much no point to heal. I will try once more. And you have to basically grind. If you grind enough, you will feel secure, you will be able to get all the upgrades, well, slowly of course, but eventually you will get all the upgrades and you will be much more powerful. You will kill faster, you will take less damage, well, you will take the same amount of damage, but you will kill faster. So it will be more pleasant, and you'll be going through levels with more fluency and eventually beat them probably. I'm not sure if you can get stuck completely, but I think if you can keep grinding, then not necessarily. Yeah, it should definitely have more complexity, like different character classes, some sort of perk system, something more than just 4 linear upgrades. But it's already better than nothing, right? Of course, I should do it like this, right? Wait so he can hit me, and generally check what's going on before me, before I just approach them. Maybe avoid some enemies, and be more careful generally, and actually beat a level. Also, you should be on the lookout for those secret levels. I'm gonna go here, kill this guy. Yeah, so this is just for gold, right? Got some gold. Beating this one, again for gold. This is the key of the game. Get gold, get strong, and then burn through it eventually. Of course, it could be a long process. Maybe it's too grindy to some people, but I would probably just keep playing it when I do something else. You know, level by level, eventually reaching enough firepower to actually win. Alright, so this guy is dead. I'll probably buy one more upgrade and we'll be finishing then. There's no point to go through it again. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this guy from here. So the Elven Sword would mean I would be doing 31 damage, which is slightly more. Probably at some point it would just be enough. I would probably have to buy another stuff now, not necessarily the weapon. Weapon's expensive, I don't have the money, but I could probably get like an amulet or a armor piece. Let's attack from here. No, he's gonna actually attack. That's not good. Alright, he hit me. I hit him. Now that would be... Oh, have some... No, he's gonna kill me, right? Is he shooting? Yeah, of course he is. Now, if I can quickly approach him, that was the right way to kill him, I guess. Quick approach, and that's bad. He's only doing 1 damage, I guess. And you can kill him like this as well. Attacking just roughly, and then he actually takes damage. We have quite a big arc of our swipe, so that's making the game a bit easier. There's nothing. Oh, there's actually probably something there. I'm not sure if this is procedurally generated, but I think it is. I don't think there's actually something hidden there. That's bad. Is he gonna like... No, he's not gonna defend all the time. The silver one is better. And this is a situation where we might have a problem if we jump badly. But it's not very painful as a platformer. Right? Of course, sometimes you can fall down to your death, but it's not that bad. Right, I'm dead. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. I don't know exactly why I got the cash bonus. Maybe because I killed some enemies. Let's check what I can upgrade. Armor. Right, so let's just get the armor. Let's see what's the next one. How do you do it? It was S, right? Yes, it was the S. No, it wasn't. How do you do it? Jesus Christ. S. Oh, this one. Okay. So this is better. At some point you heal. I'm not sure when you heal, but I don't think you heal after you buy it. Because, yes, it's showing 74, but it's not really 74. Let's see if I can just go back. Oh, I'm a bit afraid. Yes. Let's try to go back. And let's see what's our... yes, now it's refreshed. It's actually 6 points more, or 8 points. It was 8 points, right? So more HP now because I upgraded the armor, and it's keeping my progress, and I'm close to level 12. Yeah, so it's a very pleasant grind, I must say. Did we do something? No. Oh, I have to smash 2 chests. I will get money. That's good. I can just smash any... I don't know if there's any chests or those chests. But after I do it, I will get additional cash. So as you can see, there is progression. There is constant progression in this game. It looks as it looks, could look better, but it doesn't. There's nothing we can do about it. The controls, well, at least now you can choose the next group of levels. You are not stuck on level 10 without a controller, which was the case before. But I think it should be more consistent with mouse usage. Definitely you need a way to map all your keys to keyboard, and it would be very nice if you could also map mouse at least to attacking. Like it would be nice to attack on mouse and maybe jump. Yeah, jumping could be where it is. I think it's on S. No, I think it's yes, it's on S. So yeah, you could just slash with the mouse, jump on S, and maybe keep that map button on tab both ways. Well, I think it is on tab anyway. So I would just map it away from D, because you can keep pressing it when you jump and attack, which is quite bad. Why would I just keep turning on map when I'm fighting? That's just confusing and non-intuitive. So definitely in the way to map your keys, and it would be nice if you could just use mouse everywhere. Graphics, well, you have to, I guess, deal with it. I would just prefer it to be higher fidelity. So, well, everything as it is, just scale it up so the characters would be less pixelated. It would be still the same sort of pixel art, but at least it would be less painful to watch. But the game itself is solid. So I'm actually gonna give it 8 because I really like this sort of progression system and the content. There is like 50 levels or so. You can grind to the uh, moment when you feel secure and when you can beat the game, so that's nice. You're not gonna get blocked because you are too poor at those games. You can keep playing on normal, you can keep grinding, you can keep getting stronger, and when you feel like you're strong enough, then you can uh, feel that you're progressing. And this is a very good approach. I really like it in games. A solid amount of content. There is quite a lot of upgrades. Yes, they are linear mostly. You could theoretically pick something that's faster but weaker and so on, but there is very little builds here. There's pretty much no build. You can kinda make a build when you level up, but you can't really make a build with weapons. You're just gonna keep upgrading and getting better and better gear. There's no real doubt about it. Of course, you're gonna use the best one, because why not? You can kind of play as DPS with flat damage, you can play as tank with more HP, or you can go with high risk, high reward, with probably a combination of critical damage and flat damage. Usually you can count it that 1 point of critical is well, 100% critical is twice the damage, so this is like doubling your flat, right? So you have to make some math equations, like what is better. Is it better to have 20 damage and 10 critical, or maybe 5 critical but 25 damage, and so on. So yeah, you can kind of try to make a build, and either if you're good at this, you can play with less HP, or if you're bad at this like I am, you can be more tanky and just take damage in your face, which is very well designed element of the game, because you don't just die instantly when you touch the spikes or something. You just take some damage and you can alleviate it with higher HP. So this is like a skeleton of a proper RPG game, where you would actually have stats and weapons and gear and perks and stuff like that, but it's very, very basic. It's much better than just jump and run, where you use only skill and everything is just as it is, but it's not even close to games like Salt and Sanctuary or Dead Cells or anything like it. So I think it should be upgraded. There should be some sort of class or race or perk system done the same way, so that you can just grind and unlock certain things, but it would be nice if you could actually make a build out of those elements, because now it's very basic. The gameplay itself is very solid. The jumping and attacking works very well. Well, you just have one weapon, so you have no other options. You don't have a bow, you don't have magic, you don't have any sort of blocking or any special attacks. You just slash away and jump. Very fast, very arcadey, but done really well. So I am going to give it 8 out of 10 because I personally like it. I'm gonna probably play it. I'm gonna try to finish it. I like grinding. I like feeling progression in games. If it didn't have progression, I would probably deinstall it. But at this point, I'm more into actually finishing the game. I had fun playing it. I had fun unlocking those 14 levels. It was quite fun, very grindy and very addicting. So that was just well done, well designed. When it comes to graphics, where you have to make your own decision, well, it's another pixel art game. I personally hate those, but I can't really subtract points just because it is pixel art. Well, it's operational as a game. It's just painful to watch for me personally, but it's so good in terms of gameplay and progression that I have to admit it. It's just a good design of a game. It needs more complexity for me to really like it, to really recommend it, and definitely it needs better graphics, but it's very playable as it is, even at this state. So I only wish that it gets upgraded and improved with more complexity and better graphics. But even as it is, it can be a solid piece of gameplay. Probably quite a long. I'm not sure how much I played. I'm gonna just check. Let me see. Yeah, I have like 60 minutes plus something, 74 minutes. But I'm just in the first out of 5 areas. So this is probably, I would say, 4 to 6 hours at least. And it could be much more if you have to grind more. So it could be more, it could be longer. It's hard to say. I just played this much, as you have seen. So I've beaten 20% of the game and made it to the second area, which is already too hard, so I have to grind. But it was pleasant. I wasn't bored, I wasn't tired, I wasn't annoyed. Maybe by the controls, because they are just really crazy. I don't know why people make such controls. Just use what other people use. Use whatever works in other games. Don't try to be original. There's really no point. Just go look at, I don't know, Dead Cells or Hollow Knight and do it the same way. Then it's gonna work. There's really no point to try to be original. It works always towards worse result. There's just no point. Also, definitely prefer if the game was, looking like Hollow Knight with nice graphics and not those pixels. But yeah, it is very playable. I can recommend it. I can recommend it if you like any remotely similar genre. So if you like platformers, if you like farming, if you like grinding, if you like slow progression, roguelites, and sort of dungeon crawling on very basic level, but it can cater to a lot of different genres. If you like some similar genres, you would probably like it. For instance, I like 2D Souls games, and I also liked it. I also like some sort of um, long games with a lot of progression and upgrades. Those are usually from mobile and put to PC. But I personally like it. I like when I can keep coming back to games and reaching a little bit of progress and then doing it again and again and coming back after a month and eventually finishing it. So it's a nice little game and you can keep coming back to for a short run. Even if you just die after the first enemy, it doesn't matter. As long as you get at least 1 gold, you are progressing. And that's a very, very good system. This should be really implemented in multiple games so that you actually feel rewarded for playing. Even if your reward is very bad, well, of course you can always try and be better, but it's a constant progression and that's a good thing. And it's quite a solid amount of content with upgrades in levels, so I have to give it a positive review, above average in this genre, of course, because if you compare it to Hollow Knight, of course this is no match. Soul is actually also no match, but within a pixelated platformer genre or some budget roguelikes slash roguelites, this is pretty good. I had fun, I will have fun, I will play it. So price, well, check it. This is a homework for you. Check the price and tell me if you like it or not, if you think it's worth it. I would of course wait for sale as always, but it's actually playable. It's actually worth getting if you're into this. If you're not, then not necessarily. If you hate pixel art, you will hate it. But if you're into anything similar to those games, you should be actually quite satisfied. At least a couple of hours of quite addicting and fun gameplay. So guys, that was Devious Dungeon, playable game, that's good. 8 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in next review, hopefully with also something nice and playable. The more, the better of such games. I just wish that we could have only such games on our playlist, but sadly I have to sometimes play stuff that's painful, and this one isn't. So, see you guys next time.